Y'all bashing me about having 7 kids and looking for somebody to help take care of them. What is the issue? As a single woman, am I supposed to just give up on life and not want to find a man that's going to help me and my kids?
What? Are you mad cause you got 3 kids by 4 different dads? You pick cookies, then you bash all men when you get sad. That's not a man, that's a sucker, baby. You ain't gotta give up nothing. Just don't have a high expectation that you're gonna find someone in order to fit the bill for 7 kids that are not biologically his. What you need to do is to go back to the man or try one of the men's that inseminated you and try to make relationships work. Those are your best possibilities for finding relationship or help with them kids. The fathers.
My husband got a paternity test on our 5-year-old daughter and it came back negative, and now he wants a divorce.
If you falsely accuse a man of being your baby's daddy, it's called parentage fraud, and it's no joke.
For those of you who are in Tennessee, guess what? House Bill 2689 is getting ready to pass. That is requiring paternity tests before you sign the birth certificate. Because, you know, when people do paternity tests, 1/3 of the time, they end up not being the father. And if they start testing everybody, that number can only go up, not down. They're actually starting to jail time the ladies for maternity fraud because it is such a rampant crime.
Wow.
And yes, it's a crime.
Hallelujah. This needs to go nationwide.
Absolutely.
But at least it's the first step. Progress, not perfection.
Come on.
But in the meantime, I advise any male that I know to get yourself a DNA kit and swab that child's mouth.
Come on.
Because you'd be surprised just how many of those kids belong to another man.
This should have been criminalized a long damn time ago, and it's awesome to see that finally legislation is catching up to the bullshit, the sexual predatory practices that they will exhibit in order to pin the child upon you. Shit, it's even struck in my own family as well. By the way, for accuracy's sake, you guys gotta understand that this 1 in 25 fathers is not the biological parent was conducted, I believe in the UK, from a study of men that were seeking paternity. And this was conducted 20 years ago. So it's not that 1 in 3 are not the biological parent. It's of those who were tested in this study. But estimates show that for fathers not being tested, it's around a 3.7%, which is still too damn high. If you don't want to be in this statistics, well, then you better swab the cheek.
I bought a Chanel bag with my child support money and everybody is upset.
Wow.
Child support is reimbursement for the money that I already waste on my kids. So me buying a Chanel bag, it evens out.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yep.
I am not going to be saving my child support money for college. What if they don't even go to college? I'm not going to make them go to college if they don't want to. So I'm going to be saving all that money for what? We are living in the moment. Tomorrow is not promised. So we're going to have fun with that money. Well, I'm going to have fun with that money.
A few moments later.
Child support court update. So I had court again today because a new judge was assigned to the case. If you don't know, I get $3,700 of child support every month, and I use it on myself. I don't use it on my kids. The old judge that was assigned to our case was okay with me spending, you know, the child support on myself because he clearly said it was just reimbursement for what I have been spending on my children. But the judge today was not having none of that shit, and she completely took me off of child support.
Congratulations,
you played yourself. There's a strong argument on social media, but TikTok has saved more men's lives, especially as of recently, for quest of validation and demonstrating their egos online. They continue on telling on themselves. So keep on posting these TikToks and telling on yourself.
So Trump passed a law stating that whoever pays child support get to file that child on the taxes. Pardon me?
Just to be told I've got nothing in the will, nothing, and he was worth £33 million.
My baby daddy quit his job as an electrician where he was making over 6 figures a year to work a minimum wage job at a fast food place just so he wouldn't have to pay me $3,000 a month in child support.
What's up with this new tax rule that Trump wants to implement? This idea that hey, look, daddy boys, if you pay that child support for your own children, you get to write that off. And whoever is, the primary caretaker, i.e. single moms, you've got to foot the bill and you get no benefit.
I bet you more than half of fathers who are separated
Incentivized
from their
families.
baby mamas do not have 50-50 custody because of the mother, because of the selfishness of the mother.
Why did I divorce my husband? I divorced my husband because I was making a certain amount of money. I divorced my husband because I thought I didn't need him anymore. I divorced my husband because I had this senior position at work and thought I held the same position at home. I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him because I had my degree now.
So today is Friday and I got my child support check and I don't know what to spend it on. I'm gonna go leave my kids at their grandmother's house and I'm probably gonna go out drinking with my husband, go out and gamble a little bit, maybe go shopping. The kids don't need anything because I provide everything for them, so I might just go ahead and splurge on myself with my little child support check.
I see that
This is so crazy. The reason I love this compilation as well is because it's the juxtaposition between what the current administration is trying to do from a child support perspective, the new requirements that they're laying down versus these women obviously abusing child support. Absolutely brilliant. But I wanted to go back and talk about this lady's comments right here. Where's she at? There she goes. What she demonstrates is the fundamental difference between men and women when dealing with more money or a higher, more status position in life. On the backs of feminism, the higher income or position that they reach in life, the more inflated the ego, and they start to believe that they can reach a certain level of success where they no longer need a man. And in fact, they think that their success, their career, their accolades replaces the role of a man, thus sometimes destroying the foundations of a family. Meanwhile, his sacrifice to reach those ranks comes in support of the family, in support of the children, in support of his significant other. It's fascinating the differences between the two. Not all, but it's what we see far too often. Let's go.
Child support, and if anybody is on child support and they pay child support, the other parent that has full custody of their child will not be able to claim them on their taxes. Well,
when I left my husband, I was only making like $16 an hour. And so that wasn't enough. And so I got myself into a lot of credit card debt because I moved into an apartment that I couldn't really afford, but I thought that someone else was going to be living with me in it. So that's
what do you mean? The ex?
No. Okay, so right after I got divorced, I got into a situation with somebody I knew from work. And
how quickly after the divorce?
Well, like immediately. Whoa. It was like a rebound, right? I guess is what they would call it.
Sure. Okay.
And
like the
together.
Day after?
Maybe. Sort of. Yes.
Okay.
So I knew him, right? We worked together. That's how we met.
Well, wait, how long were you married?
Almost 5 years.
Did you guys ever have any kids?
Yes.
And you got with this person a day after?
Yes, but see what I thought he was like the love of my life.
A day.
Go get those kids tested.
Day after a divorce. Okay.
Yes.
So did y'all hear that Trump is supposed to be putting into action where if the father of a child pays child support, then he can claim the child on the income taxes? I saw that story all over.
The problem with child support is that it's calculated based on how much money both of the parents make. The more money dad makes, the more he pays, but the more money that mom makes, the less she gets. This absolutely incentivizes people not to be successful, which is not making the world a better place. It's making the world a worse place, especially for the children involved. This system does not take into any account the actual needs of the child. It only punishes parents for trying to be successful.
What just came into the mail? Look at this, child support money. Let's see how much we got. Oh God!
You clown.
We're about to get paid. Let's see how much. I didn't get squat. Right here. 0. So am I
I gonna do with $0?
There's some people about to be real mad about the world. But let me tell you this.
I feel like she about to tell the truth.
One thing that need to be addressed is child support laws.
I'm divorced. I thought I'd be happier, except the judge set the child support amount at $326 a month. $326 a month for 2 kids for child support is what he has to pay me. $326 a month because he's not working. Because he chooses not to. I was able to cross-examine him, which was fun. And I asked him how many hours a week he spends working or trying to sell houses, because technically he still has a real estate license, so technically he's still a realtor. He said 15 hours a week approximately is how many hours he works per week. Grown man. Grown, able-bodied man with transportation and no childcare to worry about. Says he works 15 hours a week.
In 2024,
You know, sometimes I wish when I would see these videos, I wish there was also a way to see kind of the proposal of their marriage. I wish there was a way to see all of their friends and family at their wedding. I wish there was a way to see the wedding vows of what they thought that they wanted to commit themselves to for the rest of the remainder of their life, till death do them part. And juxtapose, that's my new favorite word, that with content like this of thinking that you were going to be happier after filing divorce predicated on the big amount or the huge amount that you were going to get in alimony. This is just absurd. Marriage ain't about love, baby. Never has been, never will be. See, Disney would try to convince you that, that it is about love, but it ain't about that shit at all. Marriage is a business where the state, the lawyers, the judges, and most of the time the women are the profiteers. Let's continue.
In 2024, there have been various changes to child support laws in California.
Y'all, it's tax season and there's about to be some pissed off people. So basically, the new law is saying that if you are the one paying the child support, like if you pay child support, you get to claim your kids, those kids, on your taxes. So for the moms out there that are collecting child support, you don't get to claim your kids on your taxes. What?
Yeah, because it's so hard, inconceivable to consider that the person that's actually paying for and supporting the child is not to be the one to claim them on their taxes. Yeah, that's just so hard to believe. I just can't understand it whatsoever. It's clear if you look at the typical American cost of raising children, and if you see what the men are paying in child support, many of these men are paying over what is average lifestyle and living to raise a child. And many of these women, as proven in videos like this, utilize the extra money to do their own shit. This shit has been broken for forever now, and they haven't even worked to try to track what some of the expenses are, or if the expenses are actually being utilized for the child. So now I think it's a good thing that there's different changes, or rather incentivizations, to allow for a different structure, to de-incentivize certain behavior that we have been seeing. But it's just wild to me that we're actually in modern times seeing laws or bills that are attempting to be passed that favor the man as opposed to disparage or ignore, right? Anyway, guys, drop your questions, comments below, down in the comment box down below. I'll leave this full compilation. I didn't finish it out. I'll leave it down in the description box as well in case you guys want to take a look at it as well. But I'm out for right now. Until next time, peace. You is ratchet as they come. Rainbow weaves and batwing lashes, weighing more than a man. What time is your football practice? I bet you can hit that A gift like a mug. How you big back and said a man must buy you gifts. Where here goes a Fitbit tracker. Are you mad? Cause you got 3 kids by 4 different dads. You pick cookies, then you bash. Oh man, when you get sad, then